When you were here first time round,
Yeah.
how much were you aware of the big beasts in the dressing room? Terry, Drogba, Lampard, Cech, huge personalities.
I remember I realized it the first day when I came in that, like, I'm a big guy, but then obviously you come in the dressing room, everybody is almost 6'2". Like, I was like, okay, this team is very physical, very built. Then the training session, that's where I really saw what it was about. The challenges. It was really like a war zone every day. It was really like a war zone every day, because I remember JT kicked me. I don't know if you probably remember JT, but I remember I dribbled him on the side, my first 1v1, and he got me straight away. The second time when I went, boom, took the ball, me and everything. And I liked it, because that's when I knew, like, this is the highest level. And I remember another challenge with Alex, where I basically pushed him off the ball and he fell outside the pitch. And Alex literally waited for a month to get me back. And everybody started laughing when it happened. And then that's when I knew, like, obviously, this team is a lot of personality. And yeah, for me, you're young, you're 18 years old. You come as a European, teenage prospect. But obviously, very quickly I realized, there was a lot of work to be done on my side, because I entered the dressing room full of men that, won a lot. And, a few of them were in their last years, but they really wanted to go for the Champions League and stuff like that. And me and Nathaniel Chaloba were the only youngsters that were training with the first team at the time, with Josh McEachran. Both of us, three of us 18 years old. So for us, it was a great learning school. The training sessions, I used to do a lot of individual finishing with Frank. And I understood why straight away I understood why Frank was scoring those 20 goals a season. I understood why Drogba was such a big personality, because in training always talking, and also like the goals that he would score, like, like chest it down and volley it from somewhere. He would on purpose work on that in training. So I knew that, like, everything that you want to achieve on the football pitch, you have to do it at the training ground. And those basics, I really took it for the rest of my career.
I don't think many people realise how much of a Chelsea fan you are. So surely it must have, although it's turned out well now, it must have hurt like hell when it didn't quite happen for you here.
Yeah, it did. It did. And I wrote a piece about it last summer for the first time, about what football can do sometimes on the mental side. And that was something that I had on the back of my shoulders for many, many years. It was a sort like of a source of motivation at the time, but always asking myself questions like, what went wrong? And I was living with that for many, many years. That's why sometimes I could come over a bit aggressive, you know what I mean? In interviews, or very defensive. And I think, like at one point I just decided, for me it's better to go somewhere else and just, see everything from a different point of view. And I think when I left to Italy, I think it was the best thing I could have done at the time.
Was it the best thing you could have done because you were a success in Italy? Do you feel, having achieved what you have in Italy, do you come back now? I mean, just listen, you're almost Zen-like in that you seem to have rid yourself of all that self-doubt and all those questions.
Yeah, it was just questions, self-doubt. I knew I had the abilities, but why not? It was always like, just not, when I think about my moments with Everton, missed penalties or whatever, or United games or whatever, and also when I was here, that I would get an opportunity and it wouldn't go well. Always just not. And then I was like, maybe is it because I put maybe too much, And when I went to Italy, this is where, under the guidance of Antonio Conte, where I learned what it took really to just break that barrier and Yeah, when we did one last year, I think you could see the emotions in my face. Like it was like, for me, it was like 10 years of hard work, but with a lot of ups and downs. But I think in the end it was good, because now, coming into my prime years, I know myself. Like, I know what it takes. I know I can how to be a leader, and how to help the team.
It's a very important point, because you look back to when you were here as a young boy, the big beasts, as we call them.
Yeah.
Are you now, do you think, mentally ready to be one of those guys, a leader, a guy who delivers, in your case, scores goals?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think now you are absolutely got everything required for that? And probably always had it in terms of your ability, but now mentally.
Yeah, I think that's why. I think something, when I realized that a change, that people saw me different, was when I started captaining Belgium for a few games, when Eden was not there, or Jan Vertonghen was not there, and I was wearing the captaincy. That's when I thought, you know what, Roberto Martinez was there with me since I was 20 years old, and he's seen the steps that I've been making as a player on the mental side. Obviously on the football side, it was there to see. So when he gave me the captaincy in a few games where Jan and Eden were not there, that's when I knew, like, you know what, I've made a next step in my career, where now I can basically, I'm seen as a leader, but also I can deliver for my team at the same time. And I'm looking forward. At the end of the day, I want my football to do the talking. I think I can add something different to this team, because this team is very strong, as you see. But hopefully I can add and help the guys out even more.
What would it mean to you as a person, as a footballer, and also as a Chelsea fan, to become a Chelsea icon, to become a player like the players we've talked about, who have won the things that they have here previously? What would that mean to you?
It mean the world to me. It mean the world to me. Then I can say, like, you know what, like, I set up what I wanted to do as a child, and now I'm here. At the end of the day, like I said, I'm going to the training ground every day with the same determination to help my team win games. That's the only thing that matters. Yes, you want to score the goals and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, winning matters, and that was the mindset that I had to have to win. Because before it was always like scoring goals, but when you don't win, the respect is not the same. And that's where I thought, like, you know what, if I start winning now, that's where I will really feel fulfilled.
You talked about Italy being technically different and tactically different as well. What specifically would you say is better about you as a player now?
I mean, technically, obviously, I improved, because before I was back to goal was not really my thing. I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy it, because I'm more of a guy that likes to run in behind and attack spaces and take players on. But as soon as I started, like, getting better at my back to goal play, for me it was better, because I could score more goals, but then I could create also more for my teammates. So my assists went up. So I became more complete of a player. Tactically, I see the game totally different now. Sometimes you just watch football just like that. But me, I'm really interested about the movements that some players make. So me, what I've been doing the last week, I've been watching like the last 7 or 8 games of the team and try to know what the movements are, what the coach is trying to expect from us every game. So basically, when I come in, it's just smooth.
I know you speak to Didier Drogba a fair amount. How has that helped you? I know you also speak to Thierry Henry as well, Roberto Martinez, you referenced as well, but specifically Didier, because it is Chelsea. Has he helped you prepare for what you need to do to succeed at Chelsea?
Yeah, we spoke, I think 5 days ago. That was the last time we spoke. Before, when I started entering quarantine, and we spoke about that time basically, and about now, about the progress that I've made, and what is there to, and what I have to keep improving, keep the same hunger all the time. We always try to, the thing about Didier is he's a very detailed individual. Very detailed. Like Thierry Henry, very details, and details make the difference. So, we would talk about, I would tell him like, individual exercises that I like, what's the goal of the individual exercise, and, we talk about those things, but just, about, trying to win, because that's the thing that matters. He's a winner, and in every sense of the word, and that's the thing that I want to achieve with this football club.
You didn't set the price tag.
No.
And you also say you're not just about scoring goals either.
Mm-hmm.
I think we both know the reality is you'll be judged on the amount of goals you score and whether or not you play a significant part in success here at Chelsea.
No.
What's your response to that?
I'm ready. I think everything. If you look at my last 3 transfers, is basically the same story all the time. So it's basically now here it's going to be the same thing. So why should I put unnecessary pressure? I know the drill. I've been in the game for 12 years now. I know the drill. I know what to do. I know the expectations. So it doesn't make any sense for me to start, overthinking stuff. Football just stays football. I'm a self-motivated guy. I'm a guy that's very intelligent in the way how to prepare my games and find a way how to help my team. So I don't think it doesn't make sense. The only thing for me is just the drive to go to win is even more, because after winning last year, why should it stop now? You know what I mean? So I just want to keep that on.
It's fabulous to have you back in the Premier League, but it just looks to me as though you are totally at peace with yourself, brimming with confidence, and you've arrived at your club, right place, right time. Is that how you feel?
Yeah. Because I think the move could have happened a few years ago when I was like 23, 24. And but at that time, looking back, you have to be honest with yourself. Looking back at that time, I don't know if you would have had the same impact like I have now. Now is the right time, like I'm much more mature, much more aware of the stuff that's happening on the football pitch. I'm a father outside as well now, so much more responsibilities and, leadership skills. Now I achieved that. Now it's only, I have to let my work on the pitch do the talking. It's all about preparation, and, now I'm just, trying to prepare myself in the best way as possible. Physically, I'm fit. Those 2 years in Italy helped me a lot, about physically, getting better, getting stronger. And I can't wait. I'm very excited, because the Premier League has improved. All the teams got better, the players got better. And it's going to be a very competitive year this year.